will be done.
What was that? The Testament of Night. That fear may spread. The veil of darkness spreads. This way this time. No holding back.
The surface used to be more pleasant, but ever since the siege, Uncle Poseidon has been going all out with quakes and cataclysms in response, stirring up the land like it's his mixing bowl.
May your light never wane.
I am obliged.
Draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
Kronos can wait, for he is time itself. You turn your energies instead toward his armies on the surface, and can slow him down that way, growing stronger all the while. Please make your choice. Phase shift.
Just squeeze on through.
you, sister. You save your breath, I'll save mine. There.
You shades are getting out of there.
Anyone
All yours,
else?
Gully.
Fuck. Our fathers sure made a mess of things for us, didn't they, sister? Born to the mightiest of gods, yet living like outcasts. Like bloody animals.
It's Kronos that made a mess of things. If he'd have just stayed dead, we'd be at peace. And together with our fathers, no doubt.
Have you met our fathers? Sure, we're in the midst of an interminable war, but at least we're far away from them. Sure you don't want to give me only half the bottle there? Seeing as I'm nearly half a god. I got their strength, but seldom get their luxury.
Nothing's gained from luxury in excess anyway. But there are times a little doesn't hurt. May this soothe your spirit when the occasion arises.
I was never here.
So many different streets.
Charcoal? Nettlethorn? Well, if it isn't you. To face such cataclysmic times and all this tragedy. Truly, these are memorable nights. How fare your journeys to that cursed place the gods call home?
Eventful, in a word. Your concoctions have been broadly useful on the way. I always thought such magic focused on a single victim at a time.
Reach a certain point, and the world itself can be the single target of your wrath. Keep practicing, sorceress. We've no shortage of enemies on whom to ply our trade. So mote it be.
I'm grateful, milady. I almost pity our enemies, knowing you shall make them rue each night they dare oppose us, Lady Medea. Please, I wanted you to have this.
The nectar of the gods. Why, this shall be most useful to my work, for the strongest curses come from honeyed words. Here, let me make this worth your while.
From one sorceress to another. Thank you. Moonlight, guide us.
That or the scent of blood. Moonlight guiding you.
Where else can we go? Hold still. Well?
and out of town. Been there a while. Thought eventually he would move on, but he did not. Gramps must have put him up to this.
Getting somewhere. Golly! Where to this time? They're drawn to the moonlight.
Trying to take down Kronos, niece? I know the feeling all too well. But now you're here upon the surface where Olympus reigns supreme. At least for now.
Shades.
The other night, given the opportunity, you sided with my kin, foregoing my boon when I first generously offered it. Whilst that little scuffle is behind us, I do not appreciate any such slights. I trust I've made myself quite clear.
Good find. Let me help you. Why don't we try again?
Another joins our ranks.
nice and cool. Pardon the racket, Lord Charon. In the name of Hades. Apollo's light. It is indeed. There we go. Until we meet again.
It's you. I thank you, sorceress. Infusing fear into the night lets me conduct certain experiments I normally cannot. Though I'm also bound to test you here, as does great Hecate below.
Test me? Lady Medea, what of the massive Cyclops already barring my path? He'll try to eat us both.
Nah, this witch here is not exactly to my taste. And besides, we got ourselves a little arrangement now. Since I can't smell as easy, what with all the bodies popping up.
Your fight is with the Cyclops still. My aim is merely to enact the will of night in my own way. Do try your best to pretend I'm not even here, which may be difficult, admittedly.
has fallen.
The noxious, death-strewn field beyond the city of Aphira now lies still once more, although a sense of rising fear yet lingers with the many restless souls that there reside.
Lady Medea certainly transformed this place. Don't have the gold for this. As planned. Now onward to the rift. I'll cut you to shreds. All to pieces.
Mind if I swoop in? Good night. That was ugly.
We made it.
That last note you got me was so good. Can't even imagine what it would have been like while I was still alive. Wasn't going to ask for another. Since you're offering.
I'm offering, so here. Maybe it's even better now that you're Shade. You mortals had to eat and drink out of necessity, but nectar helps fulfill a different kind of need. Icarus, I want you to come back. To the crossroads. You want to aid our efforts here. You'll do an even better job of it if you're in contact with Odysseus and all our shades.
I'm not sure that everybody feels the same, Millie. I've been able to make do here on my own, and don't do well in crowds. Maybe from living in a prison tower all my life.
But we could see each other more. And it's really not that crowded there, is it? Just give the possibility some thought.
All right, I will. Give it some thought, that is. If I show up and the Witch of the Crossroads turns me into the shade of a newt or something, it'll be on your conscience. See you.
Keep up the good work. That maw, there's no mistaking it. Cheers, Connie. You'll soon be back for more, won't you? Hear me, on my authority. To the next vessel. Full speed ahead. I know this place.
Twigs. Lichen, garlic, bark of pine, dash of oil, drop of wine.
Tucked away.
Chamomile and grain of rice, cinnamon and cube of ice. Pinch of sugar, sap of oak, stand aside and let it soak. All of this seawater must feel very disconcerting, little miss. For me, though, it feels rather much like home. Even the depths of Oceanus bring a sense of comfort more than fear.
I'm getting used to it. My path into the underworld requires me to skirt the edge of Oceanus. The water's beautiful, though I could do without the sea monsters, particularly Scylla and her siren friends. Perhaps you know of them?
Oh, yes, I do indeed. I grew up underneath the sea, and Scylla I remember from my youth. Always yelping about this or that. It's deafening. Perchance why I prefer the silence now. Be safe.
Thank you. Breaking through. better? Lord Charon's ship.
Let's get to work. Mayhap expecting someone else, or just as likely not expecting anybody in particular, because a blessing is a blessing, ain't that right?
Hephaestus, I accept. Salutations. To dry land. You.
I almost thought you weren't going to show up. Leave me hanging yet another night. I mean, why not? You're so inconsiderate sometimes.
You're telling me while I've been in the underworld, you've just been waiting here night after night? What am I supposed to tell you where I'm going in advance?
That's what a real friend would do, so no, I guess not. Maybe you shouldn't come back. What do I care? Now it's my turn. Now it's on.
Not returning yet.
Isn't this fun? That's right, Miss Perfect. Go on home and cry.
Almost had her. How can a daughter of Nyx turn against us? And give me such a drubbing, too.
I'll be keeping an eye on the tent for you while you're out all night, Mel.
Well, see you. Some nights I'm on the surface, I remember I'm defying the will of the fates simply by being there. Yet the fated list has certain prophecies that cannot be fulfilled anywhere else. Your sisters, they must have anticipated this.
It certainly is possible, even probable. Yet, historically, my sisters have had little patience for those who disregard their prophecies. Perhaps they're making an exception.
Or perhaps I'm inviting some terrible consequence. Although if Kronos didn't disobey their prophecies, I wouldn't have either.
In my experience, it's best to avoid dwelling on such subject matter. Not even I can always see the pattern in my sister's reasoning, and I think that's their preference.
To make our heads ache?
Quite likely, yes.
Moonlight, guide us. Come here. You don't even speak with Headmistress anymore, do you? Makes her relationship with Nemesis look positively healthy by comparison.
She said a lot of nasty things about me, babe, and not just to my face. All because I didn't fit her model of a star disciple. I had to move on. It's just, I don't need anybody like that in my life.
Eris, you repeatedly stole from her. Kept using the cauldron to create explosives, and my tent for target practice. Vandalized Hypnos in his slumber, salted the garden, and continually harassed Shades about the way they died.
Well, Miss Perfect, so I made a few slip-ups. Doesn't make it okay for Hecate to lecture me in private, where I couldn't even get full credit for the things I did. You don't know the half of it.
She silence warded you, didn't she?
I think maybe she did. You know, I've tried brewing nectar myself. Got most of the key ingredients, except my batches never tasted right. Not like the stuff you get your hands on.
Nectar's always best when it's a gift. Ever had somebody else give yours a try? Perhaps it's better than you think.
Well, no, because for that I'd need a friend. Though I could always trick somebody into drinking it.
Eris! What are we in the mood for?
I grant you new decor!
May Moonlight guide you.
Suffer 1,000 torments.
I can't.
little star.
Sister Selene. Moonlight sorry. Habit.
Within these crossroads, my strength rapidly returns, and soon I shall be high aloft.
I encountered mighty Heracles on the surface, no mistaking him, though I thought he was dead. He seemed very much alive, on the outside anyway, and still in service to the gods.
The great Heracles. That's a complicated one. Part man, part god, part monster too, perhaps. Rules of death don't quite apply to him. What did he want? Did he give you any trouble?
He was quite brusque, told me to stay out of his way. Sounds like he has a task of his own. Maybe Olympus isn't counting on me to succeed.
Don't take it personally. You have wise relatives and ruthless ones. They may not like their odds hinging on any one individual. And do watch yourself with Heracles,
Aye. Death to Kronos.
You'll get him yet.
Oh. How fare you down in Tartarus now that you found a filthy tunnel entrance in? Your brute force efforts to bring death to Kronos bearing any fruit?
No. Still haven't found a way into the house. Been running into a lot of satyrs, though. Thinning the herd, as they say.
Well, at least you're helping carve a path for me. Though that's probably the last thing you want. You won't stop until you take the Titan down yourself.
Don't plan on stopping after or before.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Hello.
Icarus. Live and thrive. Grow and flourish. Salutations.
Hello. Didn't think I'd feel this way, though it's good to be back, Melly. Your Grace. This place feels different. I think it's warmer than it used to be or something, eh?
You found your way back. You're welcome here and safe as ever, Icarus. I trust the wings made the return trip relatively swift and trouble-free?
Well, flying past the city of Ephyra sure beats having to trudge through. I still have to check in with Master Odysseus, though I'll try not to be such a stranger around here.
Do see to that. You're safe here.
You shades new around these parts, so you answer to me. Long has it been since last you struck me down, young one.
Be well, Commander.
To say.
The growing fear.
I'm back.
I swear it, Nyx. Fear is for the living and the dead. With the grace of the moon. No pressure. Thank you. The trap is set. Come on out. Another zeal. Why not? May moonlight guide us.
Remember my mark.
Can't hide from me. No escape. Hey, a Progeli.
I sensed the growing influence of the goddess Nyx, as though my daughter plunged the world into deeper darkness recently. Yet it was not she who did this. I believe it was you.
Back to the main square. I'll send you to your graves. Oh, cursed. Shades, you're free. The mighty Moonstone Axe. They're drawn to the moonlight. Death to Kronos. Chaos, right. All right. I bid you shine for me again tonight.
How strange to see ungainly Polyphemus and Medea work together, even if the vow of rivals was the cause. Though stranger is how that Cyclops is the second shepherd I have known with a propensity for lengthy sleeping spells. Then let us turn our foes.
They're trying to slow me down.
Your brother came to us for help. What's his name? Zagreus? I wasn't having it. This family's problems would disappear overnight if we could just stop getting in each other's business. Felt bad sitting it out, though.
The Smith God's power. You wretches are in for it now. That hit the spot. Withstood that chaos curse I had.
Hail, sister. Hey, thank you. Olympus started running a little low on this stuff. I'll be sure to lord it over the others, as long as you don't mind me exploiting your good graces.
I don't recall anything about exploiting one another's good graces in the bylaws of the Silver Sisters, so you should be fine. May you enjoy it either way.
Seen Heracles stomping about? As much as I am normally the trusting sort, I don't quite know about that one. He's been on my bad side for a while. Quite rough with animals.
Artemis, you're goddess of the hunt. Animals must be far more afraid of you than him.
Now don't you even start with that, sister. Animals adore me, except when it's their time. But Heracles goes after them whenever he needs. Just watch it with him, okay? Perfect. Watch your step.
Good hunting. soul into the depths of hell. How many of these do they have? Your soul be damned, traitor.
Confronted Polyphemus, have you then? That is the sort of help Kronos employs. A hollow fool, but strong, admittedly. No sneaking past him, I'm afraid. We've tried.
Refreshed. What else is here? Hestia.
While you're up here, do watch out for Heracles. Big, burly sort of man. One of the best we've got, but sometimes gives the sense that he's become unhappy with his job. How that is possible, though, is beyond my ken.
Whew, that's hot. Back to nature. In the name of Hades. This one. You sense the testament of night, I think, my lord, so that your mother Nyx's influence may never fade, whether in the underworld or beyond.
Look, I only had a couple here and there.
Are you quite serious, Cyclops? The bodies of the dead ought not to be consumed. All sorts of diseases and the like.
I'm telling you, they can be pretty good. Just gotta age them right. But anyways, we can pick up on that later. Got a warm one over there.
Lady Medea, I cannot believe the two of you are getting on like this. The Testament of Night requires that you form alliances with those who stand in our way.
We merely have a common interest, sorcerers. The Cyclops yet stands in your way, so have at him. I'm here to make the night more foul at your own behest. Poor Cyclops.
Dum 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 dum.
Poisoned.
Wake up, sleepyheads.
No more mistakes.
Carry out human force.
Great Hecate, this victory is mine.
Ugh, I still feel nauseous. Lady Medea collaborating with Polyphemus. The Will of Night can be quite strange.
Who dares? Do not presume to tarry or long within my tent, witch!
Cheers, Dora.
You're back.
How can you be so certain that there are no more weavings taking place? That rather than the fates setting the course of our lives, there's no pattern anymore, only sheer mindless chance.
I never said I was certain. Only that I no longer sensed my sister's work, and it's a relatively well-honed sense. But I've also never been apart from my sisters like this. I feel unmoored.
As though you don't know where you're going. To me, everything feels the same as ever. Present circumstances notwithstanding. How much control did the Fates truly have?
They are highly influential, I can tell you that. But can they force your every action, every thought? Of course not. You are conscious. It was your choice to speak with me just now.
But the Fates knew we'd meet.
Precisely.
Yeah?
Ugh.
Just leave it. I really thought you had me that time, babe, but I guess not. Maybe later. You must be mad you can't get back at me right now.
I wouldn't break the peace here even if I could, Eris. But you really test my self-control. When next I see you at the edge of the rift, I'll not hold back.
Ooh, she's angry. Just the way I like it.
Moonlight guide you.
Headmistress, I saw Icarus up there during my voyage toward Olympus. He flies free, but fights for us still, doing what he can to disrupt the Titan's legions.
And? You need not make attempts to endear him to me. My judgment of one's character need not affect your own.
Sometimes I worry you think he abandoned us during a time of need, and wasn't a good influence on me.
You need not speculate about my thoughts. The follies of young Icarus are positively mild in comparison to most. I harbor no ill will toward him. He'd not be flying if I did.
Is he still welcome here, at least?
If that is both your wish and his.
Moonlight guides you. The Cocytus teems with life there by the riverbank again, Headmistress. Would you please join me for a look?
Very well, why not? I suppose I could use a little walk, and we could use the fish. 'Twas not very long ago that you never would have permitted yourself this type of excursion, nor had the mettle to request that I accompany you.
Headmistress, you're right. I could be hunting for our enemy this very moment, and you've so many responsibilities, yet I'm wasting your time. This was a mistake.
Hold, lest you frighten the river denizens. Only then should my time be wasted here, Malinois. You mistook the meaning of my words. Your capacity to still your racing mind is not a detriment. It is a growing strength.
I'm surprised you see it that way. Sometimes I feel I'm losing my focus. Why else would I have brought us here?
Perhaps you reasoned that we each need occupy our minds with other matters for a little while. And we are failing at it by continuing to speak. Let us be still together and direct our focus on the waters there. I much prefer to use a spear myself. Merely a lesson learned. The river always provides, and let no such task ever be beneath us.
I always thought if I could just train harder than you, she'd reconsider and give the task to me. Worked my ass off. But it didn't matter.
I worked too. And Headmistress always made herself clear about our roles. You can't change your birthright, nor can I change mine.
It isn't fair.
Moonlight guide you.
Nice try.
Odysseus must be needed elsewhere. Salutations. Grow strong. Greetings, Father. What is the will of night? before the unseen. Just wait, Typhon. Beginning assignment. Crunchy. Silence. It's Great Auntie.
Poor thing, been all cooped up inside that underworld, haven't you? There's a whole great world to see out there once your business is done. Do let me know. I can suggest some wondrous spots not far from here.
The main square. Back to dust. The god of war.
War can be such a complex thing. Bring it into being, yes, but soon it takes on a life of its own. Perhaps akin to rearing a child. And this child with whom we're dealing now has grown a bit unruly, I have to say.
Golly, fetch.
there's a bloody dust up, tempers flaring and all that, he will do everything he can to draw it out. This must be quite a big dilemma for him, mind.
And we're off. The barrier's weakening. Pylon destroyed. Ensnared. Further refined. Gold coins. This is my father. You'll be out in no time, Shades.
The Oath of the Unseen compels you to exceed your limitations, but do not give in to the temptation to spread greater fear than you are able to withstand. The vow of rivals is about not merely strength, but perseverance. Twilight Curse.
Together we shine. Let's see. One less pylon.
Has long since fallen, but our Olympus yet stands. You're wise to head this way, where you can make a real difference here and now, as I shall momentarily.
Fit for a queen. Barrier destroyed. A garlic bulb. Olympus, I accept this message. What do we have in stock?
More company. Hands on the back of my neck all standing up, and not because of you. Or maybe it is, but it's like I got a mark on me. Not had this feeling in a while.
Nothing personal, Cyclops. But the Testament of Night requires your defeat. You needn't concern yourself with the inner workings of it, so how about we just fight?
Testament of what? I didn't get a damn word you said at the beginning there. But you got me on board and just fight.
Poisoned.
best not come between a shepherd and his flock.
Oh, they're not pairing. I figured Cyclopes were very strong, but didn't need to learn firsthand like that.
Wonder if I ever used to have nightmares. So you can just imagine yourself in these completely different, horrible situations?
Yes, and sometimes I'm not even there, which can make them even more unsettling. Though they don't trouble me as much anymore.
Well, at least you've got me.
The Oath of the Unseen is somewhere here. Isn't that so, Princess? The aura that it emanates, I haven't felt it since before all this. I thought the Oath was lost with Mother Nyx, but it was in the care of Lady Hecate.
It's in my own care now. The will of Night shall be done, no matter what. Isn't that so? You're here among the unseen. You know our charge.
The Oath is clearly in good hands.
More of this filth.
Thanks for the suggestion, ma'am, but I'll be sticking around as long as I want. Last I checked, you can't do anything about that, right?
You are correct, Eris. I cannot stop you from going where you please. But I can make your life profoundly difficult in ways you cannot possibly begin to imagine. I refrain only for the vow I made to your mother.
You can't intimidate me. Nyx tried before, and look where that got her.
It's a new moon. A set of lures. On behalf of Eris. Recycle, please, broker. Be well. Shouldn't be too long.
Got some new stuff here.
I've need of that. Hail, spirit.
You invoke me?
quite fit the spirit of this place.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Ooh, Horns is gonna love this. And if not, I'll take it back.
You know what? Sure.
Say no more.
The fates bestow a gift.
I'm guessing Horns is too stuck up to sit, but sure. Here's the latest.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, why not? Not like anybody's gonna use these, but they do look nice.
There.
Whoa there.
Ah. You've known Headmistress quite a while, haven't you? Where did you meet? I always wanted to ask.
Well, all I can say is that I was alone. At the end of one life and the start of another. Lost. She appeared before me then in all her splendor, and she revealed to me a path I hadn't seen.
That all sounds very figurative. Were you already dead?
I was. She told me she could grant me a new life. She needed a tactician knowledgeable of the surface. I thought, who am I to turn a goddess down? I followed her. It's been a while now.
A good while, I'm sure. Death to Kronos. Full grown.
And that, my disciples, is the true meaning of life. Remember it well.
This vow is at its peak. The growing fear. Hold on, everyone.
Next to Lillisen, it says, cheers for all the backup lately, since we know you could be down in Tartarus fighting with Gramps instead. Athena's words, not mine.
Off I go. The Master Craftsman's gift. You dare. Should put a dent into that barrier. Show me the surroundings. Minding their own business.
Witch returns. Go about your business, sister. I'm on the job. Ought to be quick.
Your mother's flaxen hair, and seemingly her force of will. Greenery would burst to life for her. The dead would too, if but they could. Within the...
Such a farce. Your blood runs red. You're not entirely a goddess. We truly get the best of both worlds.
You were born to a mortal mother, weren't you? My mother's half-mortal. Death itself is in our blood. But you're different.
Different. Neither god, nor mortal, nor shade. It's as you say. Death itself is in my blood. All mortals are born to die. I was born also to kill.
Shades are getting out of there.
Mortals complained their city of Ophira was forsaken by the gods, yet here we are, ungrateful wretches. Not had many weddings of late, not many funerals either. Though lots of death, destruction, and the like.
That. Olympus, I accept this message. Not a chance.
Custodian of all the dead, so are we responsible for the rest of the world. The hour has grown dark, yes, but we have the power to restore. Thanks be to my good sister Demeter.
The time for restoration always comes, as does the spring. But we're amidst a long winter, without an end in sight. We need concern ourselves with naught else, O Queen.
Strength reborn. Some sort of gathering. In the name of Hades. By her grace. Just a small sip. Finally.
There are occasions on which I would pay the boatman's fare myself. So many souls did I send down at once into the underworld. Those were good times.
Give up a boon.
Somebody's there. here. Where'd that one witch go? And all the bodies, huh? And just as I was starting to like the new aroma around here.
You and all of us are subject to the will of night, Cyclops. Lady Medea was drawn here for that reason alone. For my part, I find it easier not having to contend with you both.
You want things easy, then what are you even doing over here? You just passed through one of the hardest towns I know, and things are only gonna get rougher.
Nap time. Whoa. The sash. That's that.
That which is lurking soon is to be caught.
Caught out. Come on, Crab. Golly! Stronger. You're in my way. Push closer. Mine.
plant and shard of flint, cherry pick
Golly,
and
get it.
sprig of mint, golden petals, spider silk, flower pollen, cattle milk, hoof of pig and fur of hound, brew a potion safe and sound. Come, don't be shy. Well, if it isn't little Garly skittering about your feet. I've seldom met such crafty little creatures as that one. Oh, Our Lady Hecate assigned her to you, then.
Sort of. I found Garly all the way on Olympus, where I'm headed anyway. Is this little polecat truly as mischievous as you imply? She's been on good behavior with me.
Consider yourself blessed, puppet. That one is rather wild still. Perchance calms down a bit with age is all.
Did it work?
Moonlight guide you.
Change of course.
Thought I'd drop in.
Got something.
That was amazing.
Moonlight guides you.
You too.
I was so pleased to see that you decided to come back. How was it at the crossroads after all this time?
A bit uncomfortable at first, but then you showed up, and it was great to see Master Odysseus again. Gave me a few flight path ideas. I didn't overstay, did I?
No, not at all. Well, if you didn't mind it there, then I hope you'll return. And perhaps start to think of it again as a place to stay, not just a place to go.
It's called the Crossroads, Millie. I'd never considered it could be a place to stay. Hey, cheers for giving me a push. You're all set. Nice seeing you.
Careful out there. Charybdis, devourer of ships.
See all those Chronos ships trudging this way, Witchy? Most of them already sunk before, over many times. They and their dead crews keep coming back to haunt us. Now that's some dedicated service, eh?
Greater might.
The monster called Charybdis marked the doom of many unsuspecting ships, and in its ancient terror now despoils the sea-filled rift that has been slashed across the land.
How many ships have fallen to that thing? Sailing on. Solid ground ahead. Hear me, on my authority. Life.
Hey. You got so close to beating me last time, babe. I could feel my wings growing heavy, like the underworld was calling me home. But I'm totally fine now.
For the moment. You'll soon feel the underworld calling you home once more. And you'll go, whether you like it or not.
Ooh, I love a good threat. Well then, let's see who's going home first, huh? Maybe it'll be just like before. Out of the fire! Alright, fine! Fire up!
eaten by her.